I was really proud of myself. In the last 2 months, I finally got under the wage budget. And then I went and signed a player, went straight back over it. Now, in my defence, Jordan Talon here looks absolutely immense. He was playing for Corinthian Casuals, who, if you don't know, are a team that are stuck as amateur. They only have amateur contracts on their players. For that reason, I could snap him up on a free. And at 24 years old, he can play anywhere across the back line, which is great. He probably is better than Jake Cartwright, not in the air, but as a complete defender. And ultimately, for £120, I couldn't really say no to signing him. Now, the way in which I'd been able to get under the wage budget was by moving on Jovel Jackson-Davis, a man who came into our team when we were playing the free striker system. Probably could still be a useful squad player if I was still using that tactic, but with us only having 2 strikers, with him being on £85 a week, we have managed to get him out on loan, and Leek Town, very kind of them, they're paying all of his contract, so they're helping us save a little bit of money. And while speaking of money, the bank balance looks really healthy. Of course, the FA Cup run did come to a screeching halt last episode, but still, closing in on £300,000 feels really good. I was looking through the income that we get here at Rugby Town, and I noticed that we get this grant, and I don't know if this is unique to our team. I did wonder if it might be to do with the facilities that we have, some kind of maintenance fee that the game factors into things, because it was funded as a government-granted kind of development 20 years ago. But you can see here, last year they gave us £220,000. This grant, again, is coming in at over £100,000. That really is helping keeping us aloft and fund our spending, and well, that combined, of course, with loads of TV and money and stuff, has just seen this balance continue to go up in a way that, to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen in a Park to Prem series that we've done before. In spite of that, they have rejected some recent board requests, but I am doing my coaching course. Doesn't feel like that long ago we were doing our National C. I am now doing my National B, and as a result of that coaching course, you can see here the attributes. I'm not going to say they're going through the roof, but we are definitely getting better as a manager. We're getting better, and our team feels like it's getting better. Today we take on Halesowen Town, who are currently 3rd in the league. It's the 3rd of January, and after this game, a bit more of a test perhaps. Blythe Spartans await, a team currently embroiled in a relegation battle in the Vanarama National North, the league ahead of us. I would quite like to go on a little run in the FA Trophy. If we just look here at the teams in the competition, and if I go to stages here, you can see the different logos for the leagues the teams play at. There's only a handful of teams still at our level in this competition. We are one of them. Recent form has been pretty. We've been doing very well. 12 games played since we last here. I'll catch you up on that and more right after the intro. How are you lovely lot doing? Welcome back to Park to Prem. Today is episode number 17, and it is the 3rd of January 2026. I don't know why 2026 feels like you're quite far in the distant future. The reality is it's season 3. I'm having a crisis inside thinking that 2026 is basically 2 years away at this point. Now, like I already mentioned in the intro, I have played a lot of football since we were last here. 12 games played, and we have been in some really good form, if not flawless. Following on from that 5-2 win against Malden and Tiptree, we had 2 cup games against Merthyr Town and Yate Town. Managed to win both of those, and then against Banbury United, a team who are competing for the playoffs in our current league, we managed to get this 4-1 win here. It was a great display. It was a display that really just shone the spotlight on McAvoy yet again. I hate to sound like a broken record. This guy is absolutely insane. 30 goals in 23 games this year. I mean, he can't be stopped. And unfortunately for Banbury, they did find that out firsthand. In spite of the fact they did get battered by us, they are still up in 5th in the league. They are still in a playoff spot. They're not a bad team. Maybe more of a reflection of how good we were in that one. After that, we took on St. Ives, 2-1 win. Not the most convincing. A McAvoy penalty and a Jake Cartwright header ultimately got us ahead. Taunton Town we then took on in the Southern League Cup, a competition that we're playing in today against Blythe Spartans. Against Taunton, we did win 4-0. Of course, some of you guys will be familiar with this team. They are having a pretty darn awful season. Relegated from the Vanarama National South 2 years ago. Right now down in 11th. To end the month of November, a pretty disappointing result by all accounts. Kettering Town at home. A penalty kept us in this game. Yet we get a lot of penalties, it feels like. I guess that's a testament to the build-up play that we have, how we get the ball into opposition areas. But to be honest, in this game here, Kettering were very, very good. Fair play to them. One of 2 games we didn't win. But despite not winning all our games, we have maintained an unbeaten run. 1-0 win over Nuneaton Borough was nice to get, especially after they mugged us off in that episode way back at the start of the season. We took on Chorley and beat them in the FA Trophy 2-1. And from there, 4 league games, some difficult games in here, such as the game against Hitchin Town. Nice to get a win. McAvoy and Oyatunde with the goals there. Bedford Town rolled over. Royston Town did not. 2-2 result in this one. They scored in the 95th minute. I was upset, I'll be honest. On the balance of play, I do feel like we were the better team, but McAvoy went off injured in this game. And let me tell you now, he is out for the next 2 weeks. So a difficult game today I would have really liked him for. He won't be available for. And in this game, having gone off injured, they scored 2 goals, including that one I've already mentioned in the 95th minute. I'm not going to say I was close to rage quitting and close to breaking down in tears. That's a bit of an exaggeration because things have been going well. But the look at which that cross deflected to Bateman did feel a tad unfortunate. Most recently, we got a 4-2 win over Stratford Town. For some reason, 4-2 feels like the most common result we get here at Rugby Town. And with that run of games you can see here, we are pulling clear at the top of the table. If we look at the table for the first half of the season, Gloucester City, Hitchin, Banbury, Halesowen as well, really kind of close behind us. You know, all of those teams within 6 or 7 points. This second half of the season so far, we've been doing really, really well. You can see here, no one else really has. Hitchin, already 2 defeats in their 5 games played. And elsewhere, some of those teams that I've just listed around us haven't exactly been playing well. Gloucester, 1 win in 4. Banbury, 2 wins in 4? And because of that kind of drop-off of teams around us, in spite of us not being amazing, we are now 9 points clear. Now, of course, this is a little bit similar to what happened last season, where we did pull away, it felt like, in the second half of things. One of the teams who's been an ever-present side behind us is Halesowen Town. We're taking them on today. They are still 3rd in the league, 12 points behind us with a game in hand. So a win here would be rather big. Now, like I already mentioned, McAvoy is injured. He's been so important for us. So I'm looking at Oyatunde and Gillen to link up and do the business. 2 players who really should be doing the business, it has to be said at this level, but neither of them has had that explosive output that we have seen from McAvoy in the final third. In terms of the midfield, I have now just settled on Gucci as the defensive mid. We've got the pentagram of green lines between all our midfielders, which I don't know if it's necessarily the most aesthetically pleasing combination of lines. It kind of looks a little bit messy, but it's nice to see we've got an understanding with these 4 guys here. And at the back, this might be blasphemous. I may not stick with this forever. I am dropping Jake Cartwright in favour of playing as Talon Samuels combo at the back. I do just feel like this is the better combo for us. You can really see here how good Talon is as a player we've picked up on £120 a week. Outrageous value for money. That was the reason I was willing to go over the wage budget. Let's see how these 2 get on defensively alongside each other today. A win here would be really, really big, and well, if we could get off to a perfect start with a kickoff highlight, that would be even better. Holchity playing at that left centre mid position hasn't scored from outside the area, I don't think, in the last 2 months. He's vanished. I need a long-range goal from him today to cheer me up. Bradley on the overlap. My little Finnish friend inside. Oyatunde, he's offside. Why did Gillen Oyatunde not know the offside rule? I mean, let's look at the positives. We created something. Yes, the strikers don't know the offside rule besides McAvoy, but we have been good, and I'm not going to get worked up just yet. Although now that we're halfway through the first half, maybe I should be getting worked up. Nothing has happened yet. I'm getting shouty. I'm getting the demand more out early. 5 minutes left of the half. The shout did absolutely naffle. We need a goal in this game. This is a game where a draw isn't disastrous, if we're being real, but as the home team, as the side who really, pre-season, we were predicted to win the league, haven't really run away with it in the first half. The second half of the season's been good. A win here, a statement result, I think really could lead us on to hopefully initiating cruise control. And in a similar manner to next week, who knows, by the start of next week, early next week certainly, we could have a transfer special on the go. We could be preparing for a promotion, but I can't get ahead of myself because we can't score. Kelly shoots wide. I say he shoots wide, actually. I think it was saved or blocked. We do still have the corner. No Jake Cartwright to aim for. Constable, not convincing. Maycock, edge of the area, shoots. Deflects wide again. Pressure mounting here. Half-time in this game. 0-0. They've had 1 shot on target, .01 XG. We've been in complete control. not been able to find a breakthrough. Sam Kelly is nervous. Kelly, I'll be honest, mate, I'm feeling nervous as well. Given the fact he's feeling nervous, would it be mad just to take him off? Just haul him off and bring in Fabio Ducker? I think I might do that. The Duck's coming on. If in doubt, just throw 3 strikers on. They've got free kick. This fills me with nerves. They've done nothing all game and now Holmes is over it. I'm looking at Brian in goal thinking, Brian, bail me out if you need to. He doesn't need to, it goes over. Since we brought Ducker on, nothing's really changed. In fact, they've created more since Ducker's come on and we've gone to the 3 strikers. And now, is that Maycock? It is Maycock. Captain Fantastic, or Vice Captain Fantastic. Not so fantastic today. Brian, you saved a penalty recently in an episode. I need another one from you here, mate. Oh my word, he's actually done it. Brian, I think I might love you. Would it be wrong for me to send him a Valentine's card? In-game. Obviously, send it to the actual footballer. Probably a bit weird. I brought on Ducker, and the game's kind of changed for the worse. Also, I should point out, his name is not said Ducker, it's said Duca. It's an Albanian last name, I want to say. Someone in the comment section was telling me this. I won't be calling him Duca, because then I can't make any duck puns. But I do appreciate the education. Jake Hesketh is a man I've not used much this year, but I don't know why. Jake, the voice is calling my name, telling me to put you on hold, chuddy, off you come. This is really a game where McAvoy would be nice to have. Joe Chambers, at 16 years old, is sat on the bench for us. He came through our youth intake last year. With the additions we made in the striking area, he's not really had a chance. I'm going to give him a chance here. He is going to come in. He's going to play out on the left-hand side because he is left-footed. A player who was maybe robbed of a first-team opportunity when we signed Ducker, but with us losing Jovel Jackson-Davis out on loan, he is our 5th choice striker. And in a game like this, he might get, well, a chance. I really need him now to come on and score. They're 1-0 up. That motto I said about if in doubt, just bring on another striker. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll lose the midfield battle. Jack, what were you thinking? What was I thinking? I know what I'm thinking now. Wing backs on attack. You knew it and I knew it. It's happening. Okay, there's 10 minutes left in this game. To be honest, second half, we've completely thrown this away with a tactical change. I should have just stuck it out, but instead, I wanted to bring in Ducker. I wanted to give him some time on the pitch. It could cost us, well, 3 points potentially. Although, well, I was going to say, although Chambers might have a chance there. The 16-year-old, he even has the mohawk in the 3D match engine, which I think we all have to appreciate the ballsiness of him to rock a mohawk in 2026. Not, I mean, for all I know, it could be a fashion trend at that point, couldn't it? But I find it unlikely. He's let us down with that header there. And now we've got more defending to do. Holmes on the near side for them. Looking to get it into the middle. Parker. Holmes. Is he under the hammer? Going, gone. It's 2-0 here. I realise if you're not in England, if you don't watch daytime TV, the Holmes under the hammer, it's gone over your head. Don't worry about it. Probably the best bit of commentary ever. Shame it was over one of their goals. It's 2-0. And I'm going to be honest, I've got it tactically wrong. The 3 striker system, it's not a silver bullet. Sometimes in Football Manager, stuff happens and you think, mental note. Note that down. That's going to be useful in the future. Don't go to 3 strikers at half-time in a game that you're dominating. Be patient. Be sensible. What was I thinking? There's 5 minutes of added time. If we come back here, it'd be majestic. Hesketh dancing through the middle. Shoots wide. Keeper parries it. Oyatunde over the corner. Pressure mounting. 2 minutes left. We need 2 goals. We need a miracle. Gucci hits the woodwork. Duca, what can you do? Hit it over is the answer. I love the fact there's all these highlights at the end of the game. You know, really appreciate this Football Manager. Here's what you could have won. Can we have 10 minutes of added time instead? We might win if we had that. Bradley, Duca, options in the middle, crosses it in. Hickman to Bickley. He has the ball. They're really trying to play out from the back, and to their credit, it is actually working annoyingly, although we have got it back here, and now it's Waters with it for them. Maycock passed it wide. I've still not forgiven Maycock for giving away the penalty, even if they missed it. It's 2-1. I don't feel like celebrating. There's 1 minute left here. We've scored 1 goal. It was just too little too late at the end of the day. It's going to finish here in this game 2-1. Matty Waters, our left back. Man of the match with a 7.6. That's not a testament to the quality of football by both teams in this game. I don't really know what is. So with that result there, Halesowen Town go second. They are now 9 points behind us themselves, but with that game in hand, we do have a 20+ goal difference swing they'd have to overcome, which with, 15 games left of the season, I can't see that goal difference changing, but that points difference It's a little bit closer than I'd like to admit. We lose our 15-game unbeaten run. What a way to lose it as well. A complete mess up by me. I can't even pretend otherwise. Tactically, I got it wrong. I think that's the third match I've lost in a live commentary this season by a single goal margin. And I think they've all happened in episodes. And I know what some people are thinking. Some people are thinking, YouTube only loses when the camera's on. Believe me when I say I'm pissed off about it. I do tend to lean towards doing the bigger games in episodes, and apparently that's to my detriment. Would I have gone to 3 strikers if I wasn't recording? You know when you're a little kid and you show off in front of your friends? I feel like that's what I've done by changing the tactics at halftime, and I'm an idiot. One thing I forgot to mention earlier, I have had the youth intake preview for the year. We've had some very good intakes in recent years. We could be looking at more attackers. So we've got a striker who could be a fine prospect, an attacking midfielder we should have a close eye on. Everything else is a bit meh. But based on history, A's and B's are very good, so excited for March to come around already. Anyway, up next, we have got a game against Blythe Spartans. It is another game at home. They are a team that play in the league above us. They're a decent team. They've not been in very good form. If we want to, prove that we're ready for promotion, a statement result in this next one would be very, very big. I will be going with the 2-striker system. So, lesson learned. I've just noticed something, and it's not necessarily a good thing. This guy is mad how much he's improved. Considering we're a part-time club, his determination and flair have dropped off, and to be fair, there are aspects of his game that have tumbled. But you look at the improvements he's got. +4 to stamina, +4 to vision. This guy's been so good, and as much as I do want to keep him around, given the wage budget situation, and given the interest being shown in him by some teams across the pond, if an offer came in, I might have to sell him. He's running down his contract, 18 months left on it. I'd love to know down in the comments, and I really do mean this. Go down in the comments, let me know what you think. How much should I be considering selling Maycock for if an offer comes in? He's already told me he's exploring options at the end of his contract. With this interest that is being shown in him by teams in Ireland, it's going to be difficult, I think, to fend them away. And at the risk of, losing him for nothing, I feel like I have to cash in, don't I? It's a case of how much can I cash in? Let me know your thoughts. He is one of the best non-league players I think I've ever had in Football Manager. It's going to kill me to see him go. Maybe we can bring him back in the future. Yeah, I feel like if I don't sell him now, I'm going to just lose him for nothing. So I just have to bite the bullet, have a little bit of pain, but at least now I've got money to reinvest. Anyway, we have got this game against Blythe Spartans. It's the 10th of January in game. So there's, 3 weeks left of the window there or thereabouts. In this round, we get £1,000 if we lose, £5,000 if we win. Look, it's not going to be revolutionary money. It's not the FA Cup. But this should be a good little test for us against a team in the league above us. Now, McAvoy did do a fitness test. I've been told a fitness test isn't required, but I look at his fair condition. I just think it's not even worth risking him, is it, in this game here? I might as well just keep him out of the team. It's not a must-win league game. I don't want to aggravate the injury further. In fact, the only question I've really got right now is, do I want to bring Cartwright back into the team? And the answer to that question is, I think I do. Jakey boy, I'm sorry I dropped you for the last one. Welcome home. The rest of the team is unchanged from the previous game that we played where we lost 2-1. Of course, McAvoy out. The midfield 4 maintain their spots. It's been a week since the last game. Earlier on in the year, we were playing games constantly. It was just relentless, game after game after game. We've kind of ridden through that period now, and in spite of the fact we are still in cup competitions, there is actually gaps between games. We've had a week of rest. We're dusted down after the defeat. Let's get back up and show them that we're bloody good. We're going into battle against the Spartans. Also, Blythe Spartans. It's one of the coolest football names in the world, isn't it? Gillen's got an injury. Why? Am I bringing in Ducker after 7 minutes? I don't trust him like I trust Gillen, but I kind of just feel like I have to make this change. Maycock through the middle. Doing it for all the scouts watching from Ireland. It's 1-0. If I sounded a bit sad as he scored there, it's just because I'm sat thinking about the fact I might have to let him go. It might be the last time we ever see him score in rugby colours. It's a great finish as well through the keeper's legs. You know what? This is a cup game where, in spite of the fact Gillen did just get an assist, I'm going to take him off. I'm going to be sensible, but I'm going to bring in Joe Chambers. Sorry, Fabio Ducker. Friendship ended. I'm bringing in the hometown hero who I'm going to try and make the replacement to Maycock in my heart. Joe Chambers, what can you do? Waters, the left back. Free kick taken short to Kelly. That is a tricksy play. There's players queuing up in the middle. One of them is Jake Cartwright. He's known for using his head. physically. This time he's used it mentally. Positioned himself to perfection. Little trick routine. Get us into the NFL with this playbook. Kelly squares it. And yeah, I know Cartwright can only really head the ball. Even without any legs, I'd back him to score from there. We're 2-0 up. We're looking great. I'm not going to discount Blythe Spartans just yet. Evans here shoots. Oh my God. Brian, that was not convincing. 10 minutes left of the half. We've already scored from one free kick. Could we score from another? It's Oyetunde over it. Gucci's lurking at the back stick. Doesn't get his header on it, but does keep the ball alive. Doesn't really have anyone in support, so turns and does it on its own. It falls to Sam Kelly. What a finish that is. Top bins, 3-0. Probably game over. And you know what? Gucci, fair play here. I felt like he was really isolated. Didn't really have anywhere to go. He pulled it to the edge. Bradley then helped it along, and then Kelly, bang. 3-0, great goal. They score another. You know what? Let's cheer myself up. Let's not be sad about Maycock going. Let's smile because it happened. Or something. Kelly scored another. Cartwright's got the assist. It's 4. It's annoying when we can do this against a team in the league above us, and then against our league rivals in a game that I'd argue I want to prioritise more. We can't score any in the first half, at least. It's 4-0 here at the break. Blythe Spartans have looked crap, to be frank. Even if you only want to look at this game as the idea that we only score from the highlights that we have, as Chambers Joe Chambers. It's his first ever senior goal, and it's that. Before I was rudely interrupted, I was just going to say, even if you just think we're scoring every shot we have on goal, the bottom line is Blythe Spartans have not had a highlight in our half. It's 5. That is ridiculous. If I look at 5 goals up, we should probably just do some changes. Maycock's picked up an injury. If I'm trying to cash in on him, probably don't want him injured. We'll take him off elsewhere. Oyetunde, off you come. Ducker, on you come, my friend. I realised that earlier when I was talking about the Maycock sale situation, I didn't really say how much I'd sell him for. I feel like as soon as we get in the region of £100,000, I have to consider it. His upper value, kind of according to our staff, is nearer 400,000. That would be an absurd amount of money to get for a team at our level. I think the record for a non-league sale in English football is barely over 100,000 from like the National League North and South, that is. I don't know if there's even records for transfers below that are kind of kept publicly. But yeah, I mean, he is an outstanding talent. He's one of the best players I've ever had. It's going to be sad if we do lose him. We've just got to enjoy the time that we do have with him. And right now, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. We're bullying Blythe. Chambers with the ball, tries to lay it back to Kelly. They do get the interception. I don't really want the clean sheet. I don't want to have to pay the bonus. Giwer, give us a goal. That was an attempt at a pun. He's missed once. He scored the rebound. Is he onside? He is. Thank you, mate. That saved us some money. I mean, we've lost a load of money paying goal bonuses, but at least we don't have to worry about the clean sheet bonuses. Waters over the corner. Go on then. Let's have another one. Cartwright's there. He's already scored one. He's scored another. It's 6. I dropped Jake Cartwright for the last game. I feel like he's just given me 2 fingers with this performance here. He's thinking to himself, why did the gaffer drop me? Why did he not play me in the last game? And the honest answer is, at this point, I don't know why I didn't play him. I was an idiot. Oh God, injuries. Maycock out for 5 to 8 days. Gillen 2 to 3 days. That could have been a lot worse. £5,000 received for winning that game, and Halesowen Town just ruining my day. They're still unbeaten. They could only get a draw, though, in the league. That's quite nice for us. So Gloucester won, Halesowen drew, Hitchin didn't play. Banbury, did you play Banbury? They did play. They won 3-0. But yeah, good to see Halesowen dropping points. Okay, this is the big thing. The FA Trophy 5th round. How many rounds are there in this competition? Lots is the answer. For some reason, I thought we were way further in this competition than we actually are. Corinthian Casuals. I'd quite like to play Corinthian Casuals. I'm not going to get to play them. Horsham. Play Yeovil. Eastleigh. Play Solihull. I'm just kidding next on the draw myself. Bracknell Town. Take on Spennymoor. Torquay v Scunthorpe. Rugby Town at home. Who are we at home against? Stafford Rangers. Stafford, team we played last year in the same division as. That is probably the most boring draw option we could have got. Not coming back for that one, I've already decided. Of course, last year, Stafford Rangers were relegated into the league that we were in, and with that, we went head-to-head with them. They made their way through the playoffs, and as a newly promoted team, they now sit 12th in the Northern Premier Division, which, of course, kind of coexists at the same level as us. In spite of that, though, I really back us to win that game to the point where I'm not even going to worry about coming back. Although, Hightown have a regen striker here. He's on loan. For a second, I thought we just found a gem randomly, but it wasn't meant to be. I'm looking at the upcoming games thinking, when are we going to be back next time? And the honest answer is, I don't really know. I think a lot of it's going to depend on, obviously, how the FA Trophy goes, who we get drawn against, and also how close the league's looking. With 15 games left of the season, we are still 8 points clear. And with Halesowen, who were our closest rivals, only getting a draw, I am still feeling pretty good about promotion, especially with McAvoy coming back into the team. We kind of missed him for the first game today. Will Miles Maycock be here next episode? You're going to have to come back on Monday to find out. Have a lovely weekend. Leave a like on this video if you've enjoyed. And until next time, it's me, Jack. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.